Hello, everybody. Super excited to have Dustin Fox here from Fox Home. Just a fantastic, fantastic team. One of the best in the whole Northern Virginia area, and excited to learn a little bit about more what makes their team tick. So, welcome, Dustin. Thanks for coming on today.
Yeah, thank you. So we're the Fox Homes team. I am the worst half of Devin and Dustin Fox. We're a husband and wife team. Um, we have currently 34 team members. Our goal is to get to around 50. I don't have like a dead set goal of when we want to hit that number. It's more about bringing on the right motivated people to do that, more
Right.
so than time. But we've had a team for 3.5 years now. We've done like 596 million in 3.5 years and
Woo.
221 million in 2024 collectively.
That's pretty awesome. So, 221 million just last year. So, your team really didn't start kicking into gear until how many years ago, would you say?
When we started, we
Because you really
started with
kind of scaled pretty quickly the last couple of years, right?
yeah, we went from originally 8 agents, and then we kind of were adding, 5 to 10 a year since
Okay.
then.
Excellent. Excellent. So, what areas exactly? I know mostly Northern Virginia, but I think you've expanded a little bit. What areas is your team kind of working in for the most part?
So me and Devin are licensed DC, Maryland, and Virginia. We have West Virginia. We have West Virginia licensed agents. We're looking to expand in all of those jurisdictions. But really, our priority is more Maryland and DC and West Virginia agents. But if you're doing good business in Virginia, like we'd love to have a conversation with you too.
So you say you want to grow to 50 ideally. What is there like a minimum qualification, or is there a kind of what are you looking for? I guess twofold. What are you looking for in like traits of the team member, and also is like production numbers? Is there a number that kind of is the minimum or your ideal spot for what you want those team members to look like?
So we would like to have some agents that are motivated, resourceful, and full time. We're
Okay.
not the best team for you if you're a part-time agent or if you're thinking about like, oh, I'm gonna just be part-time until I make enough until like we want you to already be full-time, motivated, and resourceful. Like we like to say, we're gonna be your guide and help you increase your business. We're very collaborative, but we really believe that this business is literally your business. So you're not going to be able to have somebody else do it for you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So we talk about kind of, you want this full time, this people that want to dive in and make it their career and really get to that next level. What does that look like culture wise or core values, like as far as like what are some things that are important to you and your team and the culture within it?
Yeah, of course. I can actually read you our entire team's core values and what they
I
mean.
love it. I love
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
so we say quality governs everything we do. We go first class everything. So if you go to our team's YouTube page or our Instagram page, you'll see that we're doing like the best video, using the best videographer, doing the best advertising. We want to set every agent up for success when they go in for a listing presentation, and the listing presentation book that we've customized for each individual property, that they feel so confident in what they're offering that they can't lose. We're maniacally obsessed with our clients' experience. You can see that because we have 1,871 five-star reviews, number one in the entire US.
Hold on.
Um,
How many, Dustin? 1,871 positive reviews.
yeah, so I think the second place person in our market is, I think, 300 or 400 behind us.
Ooh.
And that person, I think, would still be leading in the entire US. So this market is very competitive with some really top flight teams. But really, what would set how that would benefit you as an agent, and I don't want to get too technical, is I know a lot about SEO. So we embed our Google review business page schema. It's called schema. It's just some HTML code. If you Google any team member on our page, and search any team member's name and realtor, you'll see underneath their name it has 1,871 reviews. So we're not just benefiting as a team, you're benefiting as a team member, that
Right.
if somebody were to Google your name, they're going to see that many reviews. Um, we like to say big thinkers often do big things. Small thinkers never do big things. So like it's tough for me when we have somebody come in and I'm like, hey, what's your plan? What do you want to do this year? And they're like, I'd really love to do 3 million this year or 4 million. Like those, like we want people to come on that, want to take over geographic markets. And that are
Love it.
motivated to become the number one agent in the neighborhood they live or a neighborhood that they've identified. Because if you're not thinking big, you're never going to do anything big. Um,
Big thinkers do big things. I love that. I love
yeah,
that. I'm sealing that if that's okay.
no, it's okay. We like to say enthusiasm sells. The best way to be enthusiastic is intimate knowledge of your subject. So between our team and the resources that we provide you, YouTube, my book, all the other books out there, podcasts, like there's so much available for you to be able to learn this business. The bad news is you have no excuse. Like everything's
Sure.
there for you, so you have to learn it. And the best source of new business is the work that's currently on your desk. Like we all think about what is going to be next, but you have to provide the service and the quality for that specific person that's in front of you right now. That's what's going to get you more business later. We take an Edisonian approach, meaning we test everything. So all of our ads, everything that we run, we have an in-house video studio that's very collaborative. We have a meeting once a month where everybody gets on a Zoom that uses the video studio. We share our YouTube page. We share the videos that we're running. And because we're concentrating, everybody has like an exclusive territory. Everybody's collaborative with their video scripts that go on the iPad teleprompter. And it just really kind of snowballs into like being able to bring more to markets for individual agents. Um,
I love that. The collaboration and kind of having people focus on a certain area, kind of not that people can't take listings in other areas. I know they can, but like you're all focused on building kingmakers in each market, sounds like, which is great.
Yeah, because they book the
Helping each
video
other get there.
studio. They book the video studio. Most agents are going in there. They're doing their 60-second market update for their market. And they typically will come up with 3 to 5 other content pieces that they're filming that day once a month. And then when we get on the Zoom call, they'll share like, hey, I run an ad off of this video and this had my highest click-through rate, my lowest cost per click, and everybody watches it and they're like, oh wow, this one, I can I is that script still on the iPad? They go in there and record it for their market.
Awesome.
Um, uh,
So you kind of hit my next question because you're just talking through it there, but you've mentioned video more than I've talked to. What are kind of your main lead generation funnels? I mean, obviously the Google review ads and you're good at SEO, but kind of what are the main things that you're helping your team members to generate more leads? Is it the video and the SEO or kind of what's the main funnels that you're looking to do?
so our strongest leads are our Google local service ads. So
Okay.
if you're watching this at home, if you Google realtors near me, you'll see my wife Devin's face somewhere in there with the most reviews. So we don't feel like it's fair. Like, hey, we're going to get all these reviews, and then we're going to be the ones benefiting from it. So we kind of have a team player ranking of people that use Cardinal, people that use the preferred lender. And people that are doing volume are the ones that are rewarded to get on those calls. It's typically 5 people a month. But if you imagine when you go onto Amazon and you search for something, you're not searching what is the number one selling in volume, for a specific product. You're only looking at what has the most reviews, and that's what you're purchasing. You don't even think, you just click it and purchase it. And that's what people are doing. And that's why our sales are increasing so much because we became the number one review team. So that's the strongest lead. And then Google PPC, Facebook, Instagram leads, our YouTube TV leads. We have a variety of lead sources that you can be on that are very strong.
So you talk about video a lot, which is great, and I love it. And for me, I love being on the team because I'm not afraid of video. Hence, that we're talking right now. But if somebody was going to look at your video to consider joining your team, do you think they have to be super comfortable in video, or do you think that they'll get there, or because of scripts and the things you build in, that it's an easier path than they think? Because I think if I'm looking at the Fox Home scene, I'm like, look, there's so many great things, but there's a lot of talk about video. is that something they should be scared of or embrace, or kind of how would you go about telling possible team members about that?
I think it is something you should be scared of because I'm still scared doing it. I don't like it at all. I'm not natural. I think if you naturally are comfortable on video, I think there's a part of you that's a psychopath. Um,
That's okay. I'll accept that.
but no, we understand like there's going to be a learning curve. We still look like we're reading the teleprompter. Like we're not, me and Devin are not even good at that. And it's already working. Like we had 3 come list me calls last week from the ads that were running from, our direct response video, YouTube TV commercial and other ads. But we want to help you get comfortable. And it's going to start with just you coming in and reading from a teleprompter. And it's beautiful because you could screw up a line and it's going to give you a little bit of anxiety, but the teleprompter is only moving with your voice. So you just take a deep breath and you repeat the same line, and our editor is going to fix it later. And you're going to be surprised. You're going to be like, that's going to be terrible. And then you get it back and you're like, oh man, that actually made me look good.
I love it. So don't be afraid. Kind of be willing to take those baby steps in. And each time, I know you say you're still a little bit afraid of it and respect it, which is great. But each time you feel a little bit more comfortable, right? You get a little bit more comfortable going through it. Mission splits within your team. Is it the same? Is it graduated? Is it capped? Is it kind of, how does your splits work within your team?
So we are a 90-10 personal split. So any business you generate on your own is 90-10. It does increase to 95-5 once your personal production hits 5 million a year. So
Okay.
say you hit that in July, your split is only 5% until January 1st, and then it resets. And the reason why we do that is if you have a listing, we're getting your clients 100,000 views from that split, which is typically between $600 to $1,200 for each listing. And then we supply you a Monday update report that has all the ads, the stats from the ads that you then in your name and you deliver to your client, because you're promising these things in a listing presentation and you have to deliver it.
Sure.
That's personal split. And then the lead split is 60-40, 60 for you as the team member, 40 for us. So we want to be as competitive and strong as possible. And that's why we have so much retention on our team, and why we've grown so fast. Because you think about it, like, why do you shop at Costco? Because their margins are so thin. You're going to get the best deal when you go there. And that's why if you're offering the best tools and resources and you're taking the least, like if I can help make you successful and I only take a little bit from you, and then you tell your friend, like, this is the place to be, then I have a lot more of those people, then won't I also be successful?
I feel like you just gave my whole pitch for why people should join Samson too, right? We're going to give you lots of great tools and keep the cost down, and then you're going to tell others about it. But no, I agree. And that's why you've grown such a strong team, and your ridiculous numbers for last year and just growing is not only the great backbone that you and Devin provide, but those videos, the reviews, the getting the Google ads, creating leads for them, but then helping them crush it when they get their own personal business as well with the more views and those monthly weekly reports is fantastic. So I love all that. We got like a minute left here. What do we miss that you want to make sure anybody out there is considering Fox Homes that they would really want to know about your team to consider joining you all or reaching out?
Well, I would leave it with our last core value, which Devin hates, but because she's like, it's confusing. We like to say, you're there, we're here, meaning we're out there. Like I'm doing 3 open houses this weekend. Like I do listing presentations with my team until they get comfortable. Like I don't have any interest in being a figurehead or being a coach and getting paid for coaching elsewhere. Like this is what I do. This is what we love doing. And this is the business that we're in. Like we're not just team leaders. We're in the business, and it gives us a perspective that we can share and understand of what you guys are going through.
Absolutely. No, I love that. And you and Devin are definitely sleeves up, doing all the things. You mentioned open house here, so I'm going to go 10 seconds over. But, if you haven't seen one of the Fox's open houses, they do whole food trucks. They make it a huge event, and it's a huge deal. Not that you have to do that one on everyone, I guess, so that's up to you, first class and everything. But, just big thinkers, big ideas, create big results, right? And that's what the food trucks at the open houses help do too.
Yes,
So
sir. I mean, we got one this weekend that there's no parking for it. So, like, we have them catered Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And if you go and search our like MLS and search Glen Meadow, you'll see the listing descriptions. The first thing it says catered open house is Friday, Saturday, Sunday in the description
wow.
itself. We're trying to drive people in and meet us.
I'm just coming by for free food, I think. No, I'm just kidding. But no, just amazing. So thankful that Dustin and Devin Fox Homes are part of our family. And I think if you're out there and you're watching this, I think joining their team is a home run. And I think you'll see your business double and triple, like all these other great agents that have joined their team and continuing to bring this powerhouse Fox Homes to bigger and higher levels each year. So thanks so much, Dustin, and I appreciate your time and hopefully continue to grow Fox Homes in the future.
Thanks, Donnie. Appreciate it.
Take care.